So I I came back on to do some stretching. I know, something that it is not my strength. But because my sister-in-law has asked me to, and I know it's only taken me a week to make it happen, but stretching is really important. And I know, as I mentioned in the comments, make sure that you have already done a workout. Make sure you've already done something, whether it's any other workout. I did a short workout this morning, so if you're here looking for the workout, you'll need to go back to my live from this morning, this early this morning. If you're here to stretch a little bit, then this will be great. So make sure you've done something. So I am not going to do a warm up. I'm actually just going to stretch this out a little bit. So grab a towel. I'm going to grab a towel real quick, just so that we have it. So we're just going to I'm going to set towels aside, take a deep breath up, bring that up, interlace those fingertips, breathe up, take it over to the side. You should feel a good stretch right on those lats, all the way over to the side. You can even pull on your wrist to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Come back up to the center, over to the other side. And bring that up. Bring those fingertips. You're going to interlace them behind your back. Open up that chest. If you can't interlace back here, you could always take a towel behind and go like that. I want you to kind of reach up, stretch out that chest. So by you're starting here and coming up. Bend those knees slightly. Roll it forward. You should feel a little bit of a deeper stretch in that chest. Feel it in those hamstrings, right in the back part of those legs. Release those fingertips down to the ground. You should feel a stretch in the hamstring. You should feel it, and you might feel some in your lower back as well. You want to kind of turn this way a little bit. You're going to go over to one side. Stretch that out. Stretching out that inner thigh. Come on up. Over to the other side. And back to center. Hold. Tuck that chin in. Grab onto those ankles if you can. Pull. And slowly roll up. Come over to the side. You're going to take this hip, you're going to push that forward. So that back leg is bending. You're pushing that hip. You feel a little stretch in those hip flexors. Bring that arm across. Stretch out that shoulder. So we're probably going to stretch each body part twice, kind of just in some different aspects. Just so you really get a good stretch. Bring that arm behind, come down a little bit lower if you can. Ah, there goes my balance. And come on up. You're going to lean back. Again, you're stretching that hamstring, but you're doing it individually. Grab onto that toe if you can. Pull a little bit. You're going to stand up. So this leg that's in the front is going to go over on top of that knee, and you are going to sit back. Stretching out those glutes. I'll try to do a whole body stretch like in segments. So if you only have 5 minutes, a few minutes, you can do that. If you want to go longer, you can. And bring that up. Bring that back to center, round out that back. Pull on one wrist. Switch sides. And bring that down. You're gonna go over to the other side. So you're gonna go here. You're gonna come down. Again, press that hip forward. You wanna feel that stretch in that hip flexor. Bring the other arm across. Stretch that out. Bring that behind. Come down a little bit. So you're going to come on up, lean back, hamstring. Again, single arm, pull on that toe if you can. Make sure you keep breathing. Take this, cross over. If you need help balancing, just go against a wall and hold on and sit back. Again, you should feel that in those glutes. And come on up. I'm going to stand up, take one arm in front, stretch out that bicep a little bit, stretch out the other one. You take one leg, bring that in, stretch out that quadricep. So right along the front part of that leg. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can lean a little bit farther forward. And release that, switch sides, other side. I'm using my wall for balance, yes. Oh. See, this makes me want to do like a single drop lunge, sorry. Wrong class, I know. See? And bring that in. So we're gonna lie down. So I am going to set my towel down. Hopefully you all can see me. Come right here, lie down, bring one heel in. We're going to continue to stretch that quad. Put that head down or to the side, just rest it down, relax. Pull that leg in. You can take a nap, just kidding. Switch sides. That'd be nice. Feels really good to just stretch, doesn't it? Oh. And release that. Push up. We're going to switch that. Stretch that hip flexor one more time. So your knees bent and come forward. The other thing too is the standing ones you can do. If somebody has a knee problem, I know I've had some clients before where they don't want to actually like sit on their knees. So this is really good for those who can't. The standing ones are really good for people who can't like put pressure on their knee. And you're going to come down, cross this leg in front, and you're going to come down and stretch that out. If you want to stretch your shoulder again, cross that arm under. And come on up, switch sides, bring that other leg forward, press that hip forward. If you always want to add an extra stretch, you can always stretch shoulders again. I like to really just try to focus on really pushing that hip forward. The hip flexors get really tight. Cross that leg in front. Come on down. Kind of sticky outside today. I think it's supposed to rain later tonight, so. But when it's 70 degrees and sticky at dark 30 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, can't be a good. And slowly push up. And slowly straighten those legs a little bit. You should feel that in those hamstrings again. And slowly roll up. Chest. I want to do one more for chest. If you have a door frame or even a window frame, take your arm about 90 degrees, take it here, and walk away from it. So you're turning, you should feel a good stretch in that chest. You can always go up, feel a little bit different stretch, go a little bit deeper, and switch sides. So I just happen to have a door frame right here, and you're going to turn. You're turning away. Feel that. I always talk about this one in class. I don't think anybody has had enough door frames. So my excitement last night, I forgot to tell people this morning, I braided my daughter's hair. It took, now her hair is really thin, and I probably didn't do as small of braids as I should have, but she just likes it curly, wavy, because she has straight hair. It took me over an hour, which I know I've talked to some people where like it took me 4 hours. I don't know how people do it. So I'm going to do the opposite kind of for the shoulder and upper part of that back. So you're going to put your hand on that frame and you're going to, again, turn into it. So you should feel a bit of a deeper stretch. I know my back is turned to, it feels weird. Switch sides. Other side, turn into it. Again, you can change kind of where the arm, your hand is, that angle will change a little bit where it is stretch is being felt. And release that. We're gonna go one more time. We're gonna go down, straight down, stretch out those hamstrings, put those fingertips on the ground. If you can't, you can just hang right here. You can come down. I want you to feel that stretch in those hamstrings and that lower back. Let's walk those feet in. Let's slide on our back. So we're going to do one knee in. Hold that in tight. Straighten that leg out. I think it's funny that I'm doing a stretching. I am not the most flexible person in the world, but this is the reality, right? Take this, cross that over, and pull that in. Again, you should feel that stretch on those glutes. Keep breathing, holding those stretches. If you can come in a little bit deeper, come in a little bit deeper. And release that. Bring both knees in for a second. Curl up. Hug your knees for a second. Release them. 90 degrees. And you're going to turn. So your legs are going to go in one direction and your head is going in the opposite direction. So you're stretching. My legs are falling over to my left-hand side and my right arm is out and my head is turned towards my right. Feel that a little bit in that lower back. And come on up. I'm going to turn this way just so that I'm facing you when I turn again. And so bring one knee in. Straighten that leg out. I'm sure there's some people who can pull their leg all the way in. Flexing that foot. and cross that ankle. Put the ankle on top of the knee, pull in. And pull that in. Tabletop those legs. Turn opposite side what you just did. So my legs are going to the right, my hand is over to the left. And come on up. Slowly roll up. So we are going to do one last sit up straight, come forward, stretch that out. You feel that in those hamstrings. You also feel it in the back and those lats. And I feel like I can go farther than I could before. Take one leg forward and come down. As we get older, I always tell people this, but as we get older, we lose strength, we lose flexibility, and we lose balance. So those are things I'm always trying to focus on, always trying to get people to think about. And switch sides. That's why I'm always trying to push some type of strength training. No matter how old you are, it's really, really, really important. So, and sit up tall, take one leg, put it over, turn to the side, stretch out that lower back. Again, you always want to be warmed up when you're stretching. You don't want to stretch when you're cold. It can actually cause like minor tears and things, so we want to make sure that we don't ever injure ourselves. So always make sure that you're warmed up before you're stretching. I did my 40-45 minute workout this morning, and then went for about a 3-4 mile walk, and came home and I'm stretching. And this is the longest I've stretched probably in a really long time. So it's good for me to be doing this. Bring both feet in. If you've been walking a lot, or if you weren't doing any high impact or low impact, another good calf stretch is right here. So just find a step, a wall, anything. I don't have shoes on, so I'm not. If you have shoes on, be careful going on the wall. You don't want to mark it up. And then I'll get blamed for marking up your wall. Switch sides. And release that. Hopefully you feel a little bit better. Hopefully you feel a little bit more stretched out. And just make sure you keep stretching, go through different parts, and I hope you have a fabulous Friday.